got Penny here with a unique station or scooter station with the tank radio sticker. I love it. I love it. And you got your station on the back here.
Yes.
I like that. Is this UHF VHF?
Yeah, I got this is all about the specs. It does have GPS, it also has APRS, and if you have the app, you'll see that I'm on there. And this is, the wiring is in here, goes underneath here, and then connects to the back here. It does work. You'll hear the sound coming out of the back. The mic is right here, and it connects to this.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So the reason we did this is like I have a disability. I wanted to do it on this, but you can see the shape of this is kind of hard to put a radio on it. This is a regular scooter that you can buy, you know, at stores that sell it, about $350. And I got this because there are just certain areas I can't go in this. And so I had told my boyfriend, Bill KR8X Ulta, I want a radio on this. And he's like, your wish is my command. And woke up one morning and there we go.
I love that. I love that, pulling that power card.
Yeah. And you know, I told you last year that I was going to enter this year and I plan to win. So
I love it. I love it. You got my vote here in a minute.
okay, thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out and show us your station. I love the unique take on this, all on a scooter.
Yeah.
All right. Howdy, Bill. What's your call sign?
Bill, I'm KM5VZ, Kilo Mike 5 Victor Zulu. This is my POTA kit.
I love it.
This is what I do for POTA. It all fits in that little backpack right there. FT891, 7.5 amp hour battery, armor lock cage. I do have the DigiRig 891 on it.
Oh, that's from Armor Lock? The slide for it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and there's another little piece that goes with it because this and the lite, the DigiRig Lite, are smaller than the mobiles. So they've got a little spacer that will go in there. I just hadn't put it in yet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Then I also have on this other side microphone and CW key and power. And if you look here, I lost the power this morning.
Uh-oh.
So those little clippies, they work great.
And that's the Wagyu Clippy AMP Quick Connect.
Yeah.
And so did you have that in your kit just in case this
particular
particular thing happened?
You got it.
Did you see my video on it when I was showing it off?
Yes, I did.
had a
And
working
that
cable. I had
inspired
to
me to
destroy
go
it.
ahead and pick some up.
I love it. I love it.
So basically everything's bagged up in the kit. Trying to get digital up and running. You know, got these in Thursday, the FMZ1.
So you're going to try to plug
FCM1.
Bluetooth, or that's going to connect via USB?
It's actually
Oh, there it
USB
is.
that plugs in. For some reason it started working and then all of a sudden I lost USB connectivity. I can't even see my GPS.
Wow.
So I got troubles there. The antenna system, I got 50 foot of coax. That's lightweight, going up to the Chameleon lightweight in-fed sloper. Okay, it's 80 to 10. I do not have the 80 meter section on it, but I do, that's 40 to 10 there. And basically most of the bands I've got 1.8 or better. Like 10 meters is 1.1. No tuner required. I just, you know, switch bands and I'm a happy camper.
I love it. I love it. So what was the inspiration to put this pack together?
It was POTA.
POTA.
Yeah, I like POTA. I go out, you know, set up, make my 12 contacts, you know, just have a little bit of safety cushion, pack everything up and go home. I do hunt and peck, search and pounce. I don't sit there and run. I just go out and look around for people to do it. And that's what I'm trying to do here today is, you know, find a couple POTA stations that I can work while, you know, they're standing here watching me to make sure the radio works.
Yep.
I can't get the radio to work yet, so.
You still got some time, but I love the inspiration. I love how it fits in all in one backpack. Is beautiful, and the Armor Lock case with all the accessories.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, the arm lock, I saw that and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely getting that. It's a 511 bag. So basically the radio fits back here, accessories and everything. Antenna fits right there. And then I've got some office supplies right there to do it. One thing I'm using is a little battle board with a Sharpie to log my contacts. So if I'm out in the park, it starts snowing. No, that only happens once every 3 years here in Texas.
Right?
But yeah, it's like I can go out and just do all that, not even worry about it, and then get it home and transfer it over to the logs.
Well, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it.
You have a good one. Tank radio.
Yes, I love it. I'm sorry, I'm with Darrell. What's your call sign?
Kilo India 5 Yankee Hotel Foxtrot.
And tell me about your kit you're entering this year.
All right, so this is a little bit of everything. My base kit is the one that I usually always carry with me for other stuff. This is the HF kit. This is the 891. We were just trying to demonstrate it earlier. Got a real antenna on it.
Ooh.
This guy has been pretty good, but I'm about to test it to see if it's actually giving me what I need because I've got the infit sloper here. So the infit sloper fits in here also, but this bag breaks down pretty easy. And inside we have the 891 all set up in its armor lock. It's got the 891 mobile, which makes quite a bit of difference with 891. If you use a regular digi-rig, the data port doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to. They made this one especially for the 891s. So that is recommended if you're gonna have any kind of GoKit like this. We were using the Raspberry Pi U console on here earlier with JS8 and FT8. In the light, it's a little bit hard to see. So trying to get your configuration set and everything like that, not as fun. Regular VHF simplex rig. And we were calling on it earlier. Kilo India 5 Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. You got the repeater set up on it. And this is one of the other fun things. So this is mesh-tastic. Individual nodes, these are the kind of nodes that will connect to your phone. They can either go plugged directly to your phone or plugged into a battery and stand alone and connected through Bluetooth. This is the mobile mag mount one that goes on top of your car. It's got a better antenna on it to get a little bit better signal back and forth. It runs off solar. I've never had to charge the battery. I've never had to open the case. It's got USB on the bottom, which is accessible for me to do updates on it.
Who makes that?
I built this one.
Oh, you built it?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then this one is in the 50th floor of the Williams Tower. So it gives us some good coverage over there. We're still experimenting with how to get that to work correctly. Whether it's gonna be a router or a repeater or just another client, but there's a lot to experiment with on Mesh-tastic to learn about how you're gonna do different things. Other than that, that's most of what's here.
So what inspired some of the different kits?
So most of the prepping stuff is what's inspired the HF and JS8 call primarily. That was the first method I ever discovered to actually be able to get text messages back and forth. We're exploring with BBSs and even including Mesh-tastic in that loop of BBSs, Mesh-tastic to BBSs, picking up messages from the BBSs on the HF. Trying to do quite a few things there. And during the pandemic, my radios just started kind of expanding, and I went ahead and got licensed and started meeting you guys.
I love it. I love it. But thank you for coming on and explaining your kit. Good luck. Howdy, Scott. What's your call sign?
N5FKU.
And tell me about your station here.
So I've got a setup that I thought about a little bit over a year ago after the last GoKits Challenge. I've got a 7100 in a knockoff case. It's like a Pelican case, but sold by Harbor Freight. And it's got the match tuner that was originally built for the 7100 that they don't sell anymore. It's all band, all mode. So it's HF, VHF, and UHF. And this is currently connected to a Chameleon Tactical Delta Loop, which will do 6 through 160. You have to have a tuner for 6 or 160, but it's on the top of the Jeep up there, blowing around a little bit. And obviously VHF and UHF if I need it, but I have other radios if I really need to tap into VHF and UHF. Semi-mobile setup where I could be ready to go in a short few minutes. And then I was like, well, I really don't want to sit on the ground in a chair. So I came up with buying the...
I like this chair you have here. It plugs into the back of your Jeep there. I love that. I love that.
It's a marine seat, so it's nice and comfortable. You can sit in it all day long. And I mean, that was part of the inspiration. Plus, just a little self-plugging for myself. I've won this competition twice already, so I wanted to enter the mobile category to take the leap into a different area of the GoKits Challenge.
I love it. I love it. So this box is sitting on top of one of the Jeep table fold flat things.
Yes. Yeah. So the table just folds out. I can strap stuff to the table when it's folded up, which I do. I have a shovel and an axe. And I think for more of a Parks on the Air setup, I would put the radio in the back of the Jeep and use this for the laptop to track calls, because I'm not doing any, I've made my contacts for the day, so I'm not really sitting here doing QSLs with anybody. So I don't have the laptop out to run it.
And Scott, you're not opposed to bribery or anything. You got the donuts right there
I
for
would
us.
never consider bribing anybody. But, you know, I have the same affliction as a lot of people. Dunkin' Donuts are really nice.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it, Scott.
Thank you, Frank.
I'm with Coleman, and what's your call sign?
Kilowatt Oscar 5 Zulu, KO5Z.
And tell me about your station here.
Well, it's a Yaesu FT857 going into this box that my wife bought me.
Ooh.
Because the first one I built, it was in a suitcase, and it was kind of heavy. So she bought me this. It's got wheels. I can just roll it around.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
West Mountain speaker, and what I like about it is two reasons. One, it has an audio filters out the hash. And secondly, if I have my headphones on, and I'm going to cut out the ambient noise, and I'm not distracted, it doesn't kill the speaker. So someone can sit across me and log for me. So that works real slick for me. If you need to charge your cell phone, I got two USB ports here that you can charge your cell phone. I've also got a little fan I didn't bring with it this morning that's got a clock built into it. So on a hot summer day, it keeps the flies out of your face, but also gives you the time that you made that contact for logging.
I love it.
And with this system and my antenna, I get 160 through 2 meters.
Nice. So is the radio all in the first? Oh, it's all here. So we got the battery down here with the fan, I assume?
Well, the battery is in my battery box around the corner.
Okay.
And I got a cooling fan in it for when the radio gets hot. If I want to run my laptop, I've got a circuit in here. I can flip it on right here, and I get 16 volts out to power my laptop.
Beautiful.
It pumps it from 12 up to 16.
Wow. I love it.
I also have my solar panel in here, so that if I'm talking too long, I can charge the battery back up.
Perfect. Perfect. You want to tell me about your antenna base here? So you built the antenna base here.
Yes, I did. This is a Wolf River coil built on this base that was made out of some angle iron. One of the neat things I like about it is I have two lights in it. And the reason for that is on field day, and if I go to Parks on the Air operating after dark, it's never happened to me personally, but I have seen other people have their antennas walked into by people strolling through the parks. Well, flip those two lights on, and the light reflects off the coil. It's like a beacon. And then they hit it with the flashlight with the reflectorized tape, and they see it. So it's for safety's sake.
I love it. I love it. And the lights looks like you got a 9-volt battery down there.
Yes,
for
it runs off a 9-volt battery. And with this setup, you can, depending on where I tap the coil, obviously people who know about the Wolf River know about this. You can change the tap, and I could actually get 160 to 2 meters. Now to get 160, I have to adjust the coil, and then my ground radials, I've got 3 of them. The third one I don't really need. I can clip it to it, make an inverted L, and it gives me 160. And then my ground radials are on a chalk line. So for quick deployment and storage, you just wind it back up, or you just let it out. And like if I want to do 40 or 80, I got it marked. That's for 80, and I have another tick mark for 20 through 10.
Beautiful.
Just call it out. It makes it real fast to set out your ground radials.
I love it. I love it. And what inspired you to create this kit?
I'm lazy.
Man after my own heart.
I just, to me, the whole thing about this kind of activity here is so that if something happens and that's kind of a disaster, how quick can you get on site and get on the air? And then, you know, you get on there and start handling traffic in and out of the area. And then when someone comes in with a better station that can actually take the load, then you back off and give it to them. So it's all designed to get on location and get on there as quick as I can without going through too much gyrations.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you for coming on and good luck.
Thank you.
I'm with Dave here, and what's your call sign?
The KR8X.
Sweet. And tell me about your station.
Well, I've entered in the over 50 megahertz and up category. So my station is a small portable TYT TH8600. It is a 2 meter, 70 centimeter station. It can be powered through the cigarette lighter. Currently I'm powering it through the battery box that I got with the Anderson pole connectors.
I like the Anderson. You got also a distribution block.
And I
right
do
there.
have a distribution block. That was for the Plano club play day to make these, and so I made that. So that will distribute it amongst it. So I just have it out there. The box has a USB outlets and the monitors the voltage. And then when I'm not in use, I use this charger for the lithium battery. I think it's 16 amp hour, very small battery, but this produces a lot of noise, so I don't ever use the charger while I'm operating.
What is the wattage out on that radio?
I believe it's 25 watts.
25 watts?
And I
That's a
can
good size for
configure it
25.
through programming a 25 or I think a lower wattage of 5, and then I have the choice.
Awesome. Let's walk around and tell me about your antenna mast over here.
Sure. Well, I have a small mast that I made that I'm not using out of spare parts from an estate sale. So this pole goes up to clean the ceilings that had a brush on it. So I use this piece of wire to hold the antenna, and I made a small base out of some PVC to hold it up. So I would use that for my ultimate rapid deployment. But going out here to the mast.
To the light, get it off, it burns.
So this is a military mast aluminum poles. This is the smooth one, so they don't have the knuckle at the bottom. And then this tripod adapter goes into it, so you can slide the posts up through it to deploy it. So it's a one-man deployable mast. I can go 40 feet up high through the center point, but I'd have to guy it. And I have a sky hook at the top there that I could use to guide, but for this short height, I don't need to guy it. I have a pulley that I'm using to have a little J-pole made out of ladder, and this is a dual frequency 2 meter, 70 centimeter J-pole, and then that's what I'm using into my transceiver.
I like it. I like it. Did you come up with the tripod mount for this?
No, it was made by it's on the side here, GoVerticalUSA.com, which is no longer in business. I think there is a website that you can have. I think it's on eBay, but the adapters aren't available anymore. But there's probably some for resale or surplus.
I got a little bit of footage of you putting this up earlier, and when I saw what was going on, I was like, that is genius.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you very. Oh, I forgot to ask. What inspired this setup?
Well, I have a bigger mast. It's a Blue Sky mast AL1, and it's 4 times as heavy, and so I needed something smaller so I could deploy and just keep it in the back of my pickup, as well as if I want to put up a line between 2 posts to get it up high, then I needed another mast to go with my existing mast to be able to make a dipole at a decent height.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.